Yes, guys, welcome to the instant match reaction for Liverpool versus Newcastle, where Liverpool have won 4-2 to go 3 points clear at the top of the Premier League, to go 5 points clear of Arsenal Football Club, and to go 6 points clear of Manchester City. Liverpool, frustrating first half, get the job done in the second half, but as you can see there, it's the highest XG in Premier League history. We're going to talk about the forwards today. We're going to talk about one forward in particular who I think is done at Liverpool Football Club now. He can't play anymore. But my word, Mo Salah putting on a world-class performance. Luis Diaz is back. Luis Diaz is back. What a performance he put in. Curtis Jones again, our Liverpool's best midfielder. We keep trying to tell you, people don't listen. Maybe people will start listening eventually. Alexis McAllister, comes on, does his bit, and we all know what else, guys. We all know what else. We know what time is it? What time is it, guys? Everyone, what? My watch has stopped. What time is it, guys? My watch has stopped. What time is it? What time is it? Yeah, Liverpool winning. It's Endo time. People know. People know. It's Endo time. My man. People are starting to have respect for my boy. He's gone for a month, but my God, did Endo put in a quality performance again today. Endo is putting up, doing bits, man. He's doing bits. People are even, people don't, I love Endo. I absolutely love him. But big up everyone in the chat. Hope you're all doing well. Don't forget to go and smash that like button straight away. It's already 52 people in here. Please go and smash the likes. I would appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Share the video out. Do whatever you can. We're over 5,000 now. We're on our way to 6,000. That's the next goal. So subscribe if you can. Share the video. Like the video. That's the best way of doing everything around here. Big up to everyone in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Klopp again. His tactics, spot on. Substitutions, spot on. Nothing on Klopp today. I thought Klopp put out a good team. Certain players in our team we're going to have to talk about. I'm going to talk about. Probably I'll have to talk about the. What I'll do, I'll get the negatives out of the way with first, because there's so many positives today. I'll get the negatives out of the way with first, and then we'll talk about all the positives, because I don't want to sit here talking about negatives so much after a massive Liverpool win. But yeah, that's look. We'll talk about the negatives in a minute. Let me just big up to everyone in the chat. Aaron in the chat, Alexander, Wade in the chat, Daz, Bear, Stephen, Gory, Trump Vigo, my man, Aaron in the chat. Keep it level. John West in the chat. Hope you're all doing well. Tony Montana, Revenite, Linda in the chat. All my men in the chat. Look at all this. All my guys with the Endo time. Yeah. Man, big up to everyone. Big up with the Endo time. Big up Frankie in the chat. Freezy in the chat. Sean Casey in the chat. Keegan Murphy. Big up to everyone. Come on in, guys. It's a celebration. Liverpool on top of the Premier League. Doing business. Back where we belong. How long for? Who knows? Let's enjoy the ride while it's going right now. But yeah, we got to talk about this. 7.2 XG, the highest in Premier League history. It should have been an absolute mauling today. This should have been 8 or 9-1 comfortably, 9-2. Newcastle getting 2 goals has really peed me off. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna have to talk. Look, it's a great performance, an entertaining game of football. We're top of the league. None of us could be any happier. We're 3 points clear, but as you know, guys, I keep it real over here. I keep it real. So we will talk about some negatives in the game, but most of it's going to be positives because we're on a high. But I keep it real over here, guys, for everyone who knows. Big up Russell in the house. Valerie in the house as well. Camino, I hope you're all doing well. Big up to everyone. Big up to everyone. And yeah, Mo Salah or not, doing things today that it's just different, man. It's just different. And Wataru Endo. We're going to miss that guy. Salah, and look, we're going to miss Salah for a month. We're going to miss Endo for a month. You know, Wataru Endo has been absolutely fantastic in the last few weeks. Really getting into the game now. Before I start the show, we've got K-Mac coming in a bit. Before I start everything, guys, I just want to wish everyone a happy New Year. It's the 1st of January, 2024. We've all celebrated New Year now. So I just want to say a big thank you for everyone who made 2023 an exceptional year on the channel. You know you are. Big up to everyone in the chat right now. If I had a glass, I would put it up to you. Much love to everyone in the chat right now for making 2023 an amazing year. 2024 is going to be even bigger, even better, even crazier, even more wild. You guys are amazing. I just want to say a happy new year to every single bloody lot of you. You're all amazing. Happy New Year. Mwah, to all of you. Yeah, Salah in that second half carried the team. Salah got a lot better when a certain person went off the pitch. I'm just saying. Don't everyone shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. But guys, as I say, I keep it real over here. You know, I'm not just going to pretend everything's positive and everything's beautiful and everything's bright and light and everything's good. We got to talk about the real game. So look, Liverpool kicked this game up on fire. Liverpool kicked off on fire. You know, they come out the tracks, first few minutes, bang, 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 just going straight at Newcastle. Won't let Newcastle breathe. Chance after chance after chance straight away. And it's what I like to see this Liverpool team playing on the front foot all the time. You know, this is what this Liverpool team has been about under Jurgen Klopp over these last 8 years. Continuously on the front foot, continuous pressure. That is what this Liverpool team's about. And that's what I saw today. You know, just on the front foot. I want to see this more from this Liverpool team. You know, that excellent performance in that first 15, 20 minutes. We just needed a goal. Look, we'll have to. I just want to get the negatives out of the way. I want to get the negatives out of the way so we can talk really positively. But Darwin bloody Nunez. We saw it today. Isaac weren't in the game for Newcastle at all, and he had one chance and he scored it. Darwin Nunez had his chances. He had his chances today. There can't be too many excuses for the man. He had his chances. And he goes wanting again. And this is what I keep saying for a while now. You know, everyone online, all Liverpool fans will keep banging on, Liverpool need a DM, Liverpool need a DM, Liverpool need a DM to do anything this season. I keep saying, no, they don't. My man, Wataru Endo, is getting into the game now. He's getting into what he needs to be able to do. Unfortunately, we're going to lose him for 30 days, but hopefully he doesn't get injured and he comes back, wins the Asian Cup, comes back and, you know, and is in top form once again for us. But as we saw today, McAllister can sit in that position and play there as well. What a ball by McAllister today. What a pass that was to Jota. We'll talk about the Jota penalty as well, which is hilarious. It's the forward area. It's the forward area, man. It's the forward area that we are playing so well at times and we don't finish teams off. It should have been game over at half time. Should have been 4-0 at half time. We should have finished them off. You know, Darwin is the focal point of our forward line when Darwin plays because he's seen as the goal scorer along with Mo. You know, Diaz is not seen as a goal scorer, but Diaz was fantastic today. I'll talk about Diaz later because that's the Diaz I want to see every week. But Darwin's your main focal point in the middle there, and he needs to take his chances. He needs to score. We can't keep, you know, I've been on the Darwin Nunez train. I've backed Darwin Nunez to the hilt. I've said it. I think Darwin Nunez was better last season. I think Darwin Nunez would have more goals this season if he played like he did last season, in my opinion. I don't think he's the same player this year. I don't know if that's because of a change in system or a change in instruction and what the manager wants Darwin to do. But Pep Linders and Darwin have come out and spoke about Darwin, that They know he's got to take his chances more, but he's also not just there for goals. It's his all-round play, which if that's what the manager and coach want, then that's fine. But for me, as much as all the biggest Darwin fans out there, all the biggest Darwin supporters, and there's a lot of us, sometimes we just got to admit where, he has to start stepping up and taking these chances, even if it's just for his confidence alone. He's got to start taking these chances because that's Mo Salah's last game. Mo Salah in the first half weren't great, changed his boots in the second half and became world class. We can't rely on Mo for a month. We got to do what we got to do, but this is a chance of Darwin to get some momentum. Today was a chance of Darwin Nunez to get some momentum and get them goals. So when Salah leaves, Darwin's got a bit of confidence. He's got goals behind him. I just don't see where the confidence is going to come from Darwin. Yes, he's busy. Yes, he tries. He never hides. I'll give him that. But you have got to score them goals, man. You have got to score them goals. Big up Michael, talks football in the chat. Guys, don't forget to go and subscribe to Michael. Great guy. Does loads of football content. Big Liverpool fan, but does loads of football content. Very knowledgeable, especially on European football. More knowledgeable than me. Go and check him out. Someone put his link in the chat if you don't mind. Any mods in the chat, if you don't mind putting Michael's link in the chat, I would appreciate that. But this is why I keep saying we need a finisher. We need another attacker. If we can get another attacker in January, I think our midfield is absolutely fine, personally. I think our midfield is absolutely fine. If we can go and get another attacker in January, then I literally think we can go on and win the Premier League. I'm not convinced we can win it just yet. But there's something scratching at the back of my head thinking if we can just get another forward, like when we got Diaz in the January and it kept us going for that quadruple hunt. Unfortunately, we got to the Champions League final and lost to Real Madrid where Courtois just had the game of his life. And we lost on the final game of the season when Ollie Watkins couldn't score a 1-on-1 against Man City like he does now. But we almost went and won the quadruple, and that was Diaz coming in January, gave us that extra boost. Gakpo last year gave us that extra boost when we was having a bad season. And then our running from January to the end of the season was good because Gakpo came in and gave us that boost. I just feel like we need a forward to come in to give us that boost. I really do. And yeah, that will give us something, man. Yeah, that will give us something, man. It will just give us that extra, like when games are like they were in the first half today, you've got someone else there who can take up take it on himself and grab you the goal, get you in front. Because the concerning thing for me is when it's 0-0 and we're having about 75 million shots, we're missing. In the back of your mind, you just feel like Newcastle got to score, ain't they? Newcastle got to score, and they got to get confidence from the fact that Liverpool are wasting so many chances. It's got to be one of them. It's just mad. But look, I think if we get a forward in January, Darwin Lowe, I love the guy. I really do. I've got a lot of time for Darwin Nunez as a person, as a footballer. As I said, he doesn't go hiding. He shows. But even the biggest Darwin fans, we've got to acknowledge the fact that, the man needs to take them chances when they come available to him. They just do. Big up Jason and chat. How you doing? All right, man? Been a while. Yeah, so Michael said it should have been 10 too. Let's get K-Mac in as well. Big up K-Mac. How you doing, man?
Big up. How's everyone? That was the biggest XG in Premier League history, apparently.
Yeah, 7.2.
Insane. Look. I might as well just carry on from where you left off. Big up the chat. I feel that it has to be Gakpo or Jota now. It just has to be. Like I understand the fact that Diaz got us the penalty and Diaz played that pass. Diaz was a bit stinky today as well.
Diaz?
He ran into so many blind alleys. like
What,
bounced
Diaz?
the ball off him. Yeah, I still
Oh,
thought it was
I
a bit
usually agree with
stinky.
you on everything, K-Mac, but I love Diaz today. I thought Diaz was quality.
I thought he had to do stuff because well, everything just bounced off Nunez. Like everything just bounced off him. Like, so I understand that Diaz was like had to have a go, but the thing about it as well, Diaz played really well today because he had Gomez and Jones on his side. That's not a coincidence.
Yeah, we know Curtis Jones is quality. I mean, people
Not a
might.
coincidence. Those two were absolutely sensational. Like, it's
Yeah.
really hard to pick between a man of the match on those two. I know Salah got two goals and 2 assists. I know that. But Jones, I mean, Jones scored the influential goal that put us back in the lead, which I never thought would come because Diaz
Well,
just missed sitter after sitter after sitter.
you and me are two of the fans that have always spoke kindly about Curtis Jones. Like,
Yeah.
And we still do now. We always say Curtis Jones has to play in our midfield. At this moment in time, he's our best midfielder, apart from Tara. But Curtis Jones on great form at the moment, and Szoboszlai. You look at Szoboszlai. I don't know what's happened to Szoboszlai's form right now. Hopefully, he hasn't pulled his hamstring, so he's walking off with holding his hammy. Let's hope he hasn't. It's just a strain, and he's just coming off because of precaution. Fingers crossed. But Curtis Jones is excellent today. Do you know what I like about Curtis Jones? What I like about Curtis Jones, that Curtis Jones has got an ego, and Curtis Jones believes in himself. I know a lot of other fans try and knock Curtis Jones because of that. Like, Curtis thinks I'm the big I am. But I don't know about you, K-Mac. I actually like that in him. Because he does believe in himself. He doesn't second guess himself. He's like, no, I'm going to do it my way. I like that about Curtis. I really do. Also, I think Curtis shows, man. He shows the big games. He doesn't hide. He's so integral the way Klopp wants to play in this midfield. Curtis Jones' pressing is so underrated.
I know.
It's the biggest part of his bloody game. That's why he plays so much under Klopp.
Have you seen how many long busting runs he does to track
He's
back
running
and take
on
players?
that side of the pitch. He's covering on the left-hand side. It's like Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai, the big thing about Szoboszlai is his gut-busting runs he does on the right, but his quality in the ball he's not showing at the moment. Curtis is doing quality on the ball and the gut-busting runs. He's doing everything at the moment. Yeah, if you had to buy Curtis Jones right now, it's Curtis Jones, you'd be looking at 60, 70 million. He's that kind of footballer. And he's just so underrated. It's unreal. He's so underrated.
You know what, though, as well? You know what? You know, Curtis Jones went up for sale. You know who'd be at the first? You know who'd be there at the table? Pep Guardiola would be first at the table.
Yeah, because he's seriously player.
Or Arteta. Like, I watch Curtis Jones, and are you trying to tell me that he doesn't look like Odegaard? Are you trying to tell me that Odegaard's a better player? Have you seen Curtis Jones? Did you see that pass today to Nunez?
Yeah, I know.
Outside of the foot pass. Like,
you won't get
on a plate. Nunez just can't keep himself onside.
Yeah, I know.
It's simple as that. And then he couldn't finish his dinner anyway. And it ended up coming to someone else who could finish their dinner.
Curtis he's a quality footballer, man. He really is.
I mean, that game, that could have been 10 goals. Mental.
Curtis will never get. I don't think there's much between Odegaard and Curtis. I really don't.
I don't.
I really don't. They just play like Odegaard just plays a bit further forward, more of a central role where.
Yeah, and Curtis can play there as well, by the way.
Yeah, Curtis is just a bit more disciplined. This season, if you put them up against each other this season, I'd say Curtis Jones is having a better season this year. Obviously, Odegaard had a tremendous season last year, and he was fantastic. But if we're going on this year alone, Curtis Jones is having a better season. There's no doubt about that. But I'll keep saying about Curtis, it's his belief in himself. I know there's fans of our club that can't stand Curtis Jones because he's got that ego and he thinks I'm the big I am. I don't get it personally. I just think,
I don't know where it
why
comes
shouldn't
from.
you have that confidence?
There's nothing to back it up whatsoever. Like, there was absolutely zero to back up why there's Curtis haters. Like his stats and the way he plays just kind of puts that out the window. Like he's never at fault for goals. He's never at fault for goals. Like the biggest mistake that was made today was by Trent, like trying to do a big Hollywood pass that got intercepted. Like, you know,
the thing I think I will always give. You're right. We were speaking about it. You're right, but I don't know what it is. I'm always gonna give Trent that. I'm always going to let him off a little bit because I
he
don't
almost
take
scored
that
the
away
goal
from...
of the century.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to
hit the outside of the post, far post. I mean,
and I don't want to take it away from his game either, because if you start trying to discipline Trent in a way, he might take things away from his game. And I don't want to take it. But Virgil had a go at him. By the way, people were complaining about Virgil's pace. You know, he kept up with
my God. Do you see that run in the 95th minute?
Yeah, like, I ain't got to worry about Virgil's pace.
Off.
I think Canate and Virgil were a bit at fault together for Isaac's goal, because they weren't communicating. That's between both. I also thought
Canate was at fault for their header.
Yeah, he should be picking up. You know, not leaving 4-foot Jota to do the work. I mean,
I know that's.
And as Gary Neville said, you can see Klopp knew straight away when he saw that Jota's picking him up. So what we doing? So yeah, I mean that was just that was madness, absolute madness. But yeah, Darwin, look. Darwin, I said this earlier, this was the game where Darwin needed to get a couple of goals under his belt because Salah's going away, and it gave him that confidence when Mo's away to be the player. The problem is, when he went off, we were more clinical. Gakpo came on, Jota came on. I'm going to talk about Jota's penalty in a minute, because I actually think it was a penalty, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But when Jota came on,
sure. I watched it a couple of times. I'm not sure.
I'll talk about it in a minute. When Jota came on, it's the calmness Jota has. It's the calmness and ability on the ball that Jota has. You know, he can hold the ball up. He's got a good first touch. He can bring the ball down. It's the quality Jota's got that makes us more, gives us that confidence up front. And then Gakpo through the middle, where I always said, this is the three I like. Jota on the left, Gakpo, and the Salah. I always think it's the most... it's the front three that works well best together, because they all complement each other really well.
They can all press.
All the time.
They can press.
And they press as well. Jota presses in front, Gakpo presses. So they all do it at the same time, so they're better at it. Darwin can't press. Darwin wants to run in behind, and that's why he's offside all the time. So he always wants to run in behind. He goes too early when he don't need to, because he's just quick as hell and no one's catching him. But Diaz, I know you. I just thought Diaz. That's the Diaz I want to see.
He's okay, mate. He's okay. All right. I kind of talk myself out of it. I talked myself out of that performance then, because I was watching it and then I kind of thought about some of the things he did, and I was like, actually, he was okay. He wasn't that bad.
Yeah, Diaz. That's the Diaz I want to see. That's the Diaz I want to see.
And Gary Neville, for God's sake. I mean,
why
do we keep on getting him? Why do we keep on getting him for our commentary? Like,
I don't know.
He's never got anything good to say.
Gary Neville just hates Liverpool, full stop.
He's like, no, that wasn't a Diaz penalty. No, that wasn't a Jota penalty. No, that wasn't a foul. No, that wasn't this. That wasn't that. And I'm just like,
Joel didn't get a yellow card for punching Diaz in the back. You know, that was hilarious.
It was like assault. Well, it's because they didn't. It's because he didn't stop the play. He punched the guy in the back. That's stopping the play.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Joelinton getting about 25 yellow cards in one game again, and Bruno Guimaraes somehow not getting sent off twice. He is a rash player. Like Guimaraes. I don't know how he doesn't get sent off every game.
No, I got to say, I love Diaz today. Him taking on players just makes me smile. I love seeing Diaz. That's the one thing I've been critical with him about for about 12 months now, is that, he's not taking on the players like he used to. And he was taking on players today, making space, trying.
He went down the wing. Did you see that?
Yeah, I know.
And he
That's
put it
the
on a
Diaz I want
plate.
to see.
He put it on a
Loved
plate
it.
for Jota, but Jota wasn't on the pitch. Nunez was.
Yeah, and that's the Diaz I want to see. If Diaz has got that in his locker for the rest of the season, we're going to be excellent. You know, I don't always look at Diaz for goals for goals. That's not what I look at Diaz in his game. I look at Diaz for creation. That's what I look at Diaz for. And yeah, I thought Diaz was excellent today. I've got to admit, I thought he was fantastic. I want to keep seeing that. Yeah, the first half, it was frustrating, wasn't it? It was really frustrating with that first half, and you know when you play that well and you're not 3 or 4 nil up, you know, just that's where we could slip in the title race. This is where my worries are in this title race, is that if we have games like this continuously, where teams like Newcastle, a better team than Newcastle, are going to punish us for not taking our chances. Look, we didn't take our chances against United, but they're terrible. They couldn't punish us. Newcastle scored 2 today, you know, and a better team will punish us down the line. I think we should have beat Arsenal, in my opinion. You know, we if we can just get our clinical edge back. I don't know what it is, but if we can just get our clinical edge back, I do think it'd be really hard to stop us, because, as I said, I think the midfield's there. I think the defence needs to wake up a little bit. Alisson's obviously Alisson. And if we get our clinical edge back, I really do think we can possibly win this title game, Mac.
I think it really does come down to having a striker who can put the ball in the back of the net. We create so many chances. We have so many shots. I mean, I think we had 26 shots in the second half, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like alone, it's like we have a ridiculous amount of shots and chances in games now. So we're clearly making things for players. I mean, Nunez could have had a hat-trick in the first half. I'm sorry, like, look, at the end of the day, like, we've had him for 19 months now, and he's missed 37 big chances in 19 months, and they could have been 37 goals for a player who can score. Like, I would say Isak would score 30 of those. If you look at Isak's finishing anyway, just in general, that's the guy we should have signed. It's the guy we should have signed.
Yeah, similar money.
You want a guy that just he gets one chance, he scores. Like, you know, we create clear-cut chances. We've always been a team that creates clear-cut chances for strikers.
Yeah.
We've always had a striker to score them. We've had a Torres, we've had an Owen, we've had a Fowler, you know, we've had a Luis Suarez, we've got Salah, we've got those players, Mane, you've got players who can score those big chances. We can't have a passenger in this team. We can't have a passenger. We either put Jota in there, or Gakpo, or you sign someone. For me, like, you can't keep on giving him these chances. Like, that game could have flipped the other way if their goal would have been allowed, but it was VAR, obviously. And by the way, they actually did a job today. Like, and I said this to you in the chat as well. It's probably because we haven't got the other idiots that we always get for VAR. I actually felt like when the VAR was going to get checked and that it was going to be okay. But the referee, I mean, the referee's the referee. But he did give us that penalty.
Yeah, I actually thought it was a pen, but that's just me.
Yeah, look, there's the guy there. Russell's just hit the nail on the head, and he's a Liverpool supporter.
Ivan Toney. Yeah,
seriously,
no way. There's just no way.
If we don't get him, Arsenal will.
I don't think anyone's getting in this January, because Brentford have lost their other attacker, ain't they? What's his name?
Oh, he's gone to AFCON, hasn't he?
Yeah, so they've lost him. So there's no way.
They've actually lost 3, haven't they? They've lost the other guy as well.
Ivan Toney. I don't think Ivan Toney's going anywhere this January. That's why Brentford has sold everyone it's 100 million if you want him this January, because they lost their main forward to AFCON, and they've lost another one through injury. So they're struggling as it is. So that's why they're looking at bringing an attacker in. So there's no way to go let Ivan Toney ain't going nowhere, man. But yeah, Liverpool being linked with a few forwards. It wouldn't shock me if Liverpool brought a forward in or a defender, because I think we need both personally. But midfield's fine. But look, second half, as frustrating as the first half was, the second half less frustrating. You know, you got Mo Salah. I don't know what it is. Mo Salah frustrates me so much. He's the most frustrating player in the world. First half, not quite at it.
Terrible first half.
Second half, changes his boots and becomes world class out of nowhere. It's just like, can turn it on, right? I just become world class now. Just like changes his boots and off I go. Mo Salah in that second half was cooking.
Well, was it the boots, or was it a certain individual going off the pitch?
It might have been a certain individual going off, but
I think it was a certain individual.
I do think yeah, Mo was just fantastic in that second half. And yeah, look, we're going to definitely miss Mo playing like that. When you take a game by the scruff of the neck and just go, right, I'm here. He's passing. It's ridiculous. You know, we talk about his goals, but that man's passing. You know, and then crucial tight little areas inside the box. You know, them little 5-yard passes.
It's just having the calmness to just, like, everyone's running around you being crazy, and he just stands still and just goes, yeah, I'm just going to play it there. Or I'm just going to put it down that side. And he just knows. He's a phenomenon, isn't he? What's that, 151 goals now?
151 goals, yeah. I mean, he missed a penalty, which was terrible. He shouldn't be on penalties, full stop. I've said this time and time again now. Take him off.
His second penalty was clinical, like pop. You do that first time round. I don't know.
I'm realist. He's not.
I don't know, but Trent shanked an open goal.
Yeah, exactly. 2 excellent passes all going. Yeah, but they're the 2 excellent passes that win you the match, my friend. And no one else is doing it. Then
they are.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all each their own.
One to Jones and one to Gakpo, who mishit it and still scored.
Yeah, you see that? He kicked it into the ground.
It doesn't matter. Gakpo's clinical, mate. Gakpo's clinical as well.
Beautiful football between the three of them. Jota, Gakpo and Salah. Lovely combination play.
Lovely
That's what I like to see. Lovely combination play.
Jota was such a threat in that second half when he came on. Seriously.
Because he's so calm.
Just such a threat.
He doesn't rush anything. Right, I talk about the Jota
times penalty. He got the ball in the box as well that came to him, and you just like, this is what we need. Like, I know people are like throwing out names in the chat about a player that we need to sign. We need to just take Nunez out and play Jota. Like, that just needs to happen.
I think,
and then see what happens then, because we might not need anybody. You know, a Nunez for 20 minutes might be something that he needs. I don't know, but he needs to be taken out the firing line now, because it's becoming a Benteke thing for me now. It's starting to look like a Benteke. Like, I don't want that guy to be the scapegoat. Like, if we lose the league because we don't score enough goals, I don't want him to be the scapegoat. Like, I want us to play the players that can still score goals, and Jota can do that. Gakpo can do that. I know Gakpo can do that, by the way. I've got faith in him. Like, he pops him in. Like, he scores his chances. Just doesn't get played.
Right, the Jota penalty. I just want to talk about it quickly. Right, I want to talk about it quickly. I just want to talk the Jota pen. So, in my opinion, Jota was fouled, but he went down 30 seconds later. That's the issue. When he goes round the keeper's elbow goes into his ankle. Go down as soon as that happens. What Jota did, he took 3 more steps and then went down. And it's like, you can't give it. That's when you're like, you actually can't give the penalty, because yes, there's contact and he dived. You know, the penalty that Salah missed was a penalty. I think Gary Neville was making too much of that. I think Diaz went down as soon as there was contact. I don't know what Gary Neville was going on about with that one. That was
it took his other leg. That's the difference. It took the other leg.
Penalty. With the Jota one, the keeper's elbow goes into Jota's ankle. Yeah, Jota should have just gone down straight away, but he takes two or three more steps and then just goes down. And I'm like, why are you going down? The net is empty. I don't get it. I actually don't understand why he went down.
Have you ever heard of the expression? He went down like he was shot.
It was mad.
He went down like he got shot.
It was mad.
The thing about it though, it
was a pen and a dive all at the same time.
It drew him because the elbow took him out. It took him wide, so he must have gone. I can't get the ball in from here. I'm just gonna do a dive.
You only had to tap it. I'm looking back at it now. Right, let me.
Is it literally? Don't get yourself banned.
It's all right. It's all right.
Don't get yourself banned.
I got it off Twitter, so it should be all right. It should be fair use.
It's not worth it, mate. No, don't do it, Jamie. Don't do it, mate. You've been done before with me on your show doing this.
It's only watch the elbow going to his ankle, and then he goes down. He should have gone down when the elbow hit his ankle. There's contact, and then he should have gone down.
Oh, that is a dive.
He took 3 steps.
That is so divey.
Elbow there in the ankle.
That's a dive.
And then he dived. But do you
how
see
is
the elbow
VAR
in the
not
ankle?
give that?
But do you see the elbow in the ankle?
Yeah, but how has VAR not gone? Beth, you need to go and look at that. He just dived. He has been shot.
Fucking know us. That's why. It's a mad one.
I did say that to you as well, though. I said, "Watch VAR. Give us everything back now in this game."
And if you watch Jota's foot as well, Jota's foot actually goes. It's a weird one. It's a dive. And there was contact, and it was a dive. It's weird. That's why they gave it, because there is contact. That's what the referee said. The Mike Dean, who was commentating with him, he said there was contact, but he didn't go down on the contact. He went down 3 steps later, which, in theory, then you really shouldn't be given a penalty. So for me, it was a dive, and there was contact. So, fuck it, I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, Newcastle fans can't complain, because Joel Linton should have been sent off twice. So it's just how Joel Linton got away with it. And Gary Neville saying Joel Linton shouldn't have got booked when. So the ref let play continue. Joel Linton, forearms smashed Diaz in the back. Yeah. Forearms smashed him like that. The ref said play continue. And then one just assumed that he's going to book him after that. Even Mike Dean on commentary said, he should have been booked. He should have been sent off. And then he's fouling all over the shop. And then Diaz gets fouled by Joel Linton, and Diaz gets booked for saying something. It
all went a bit crazy. And Bruno Guimaraes got involved as well. There was a kick that Bruno Guimaraes did as well, which they played advantage to us. And I was like, they're going to go back and book him for a second time there, aren't they? But they didn't. I don't know. I mean, have you talked about Dom? Because Dom was stinky.
No, we're going to talk about the midfielders now.
Yeah, he was really stinky.
What I want to talk about first, I want to talk about Rotaro Endo.
Right? Oh, yeah.
I want to talk about Rotaro Endo, who is now becoming a solid DM for Liverpool Football Club. Yeah. He put up, now I know why he wears a gum shield. That man don't shirk a challenge.
He flies, doesn't he? He
puts his body into everything. But how many times a day did he stop attacks?
It was brilliant. Absolutely
he kept
brilliant.
Stopping attack after attack. He was getting his foot in when it mattered. He was putting his body on the line. He was doing them little dirty fouls where it stops counter attacks and getting away with it. I thought he was excellent.
His passing was was on point as well. I don't think he gave the ball away.
No,
on point. Brilliant.
He's passing. I see why. I can see why. I see why Klopp liked him there. I really do see why Klopp liked him.
Yeah, he's up to speed.
Yeah,
shall we say?
And now we're losing
up to speed, and
we're losing him for a month. He's just Then Gory says pretty much.
We have got Mac back, and Mac's got some passing on him.
Right, McAllister came on. That pass, Jota,
right through the entire team.
cut him in half, man. And again, I tweeted it when he did that pass. I went, that is the reason he plays DM for Liverpool in that deeper position. Because look where he picked the ball up. He picked it up in a DM position, in a deeper position. And that pass is what McAllister does. And that is why McAllister plays DM for Liverpool, because he's got that ability. That's what Klopp wants. He said it so many times. Unless Klopp goes and buys a Polina, which we'd all love him to, if he goes and buys him, he's just changed what he said. But he's been saying time and time again, wants a ball playing culture DM. And if you look at Wataru Endo, I think Wataru Endo is far better at getting himself involved and anticipating the pass and intercepting because he's natural at that position. But if you look at him as a player, he's good on the ball. He's good on the ball. And McAllister, when he came on today, I thought was beautiful. What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, he's sensational. Him and Jones were absolutely brilliant playing together. Like they kind of alternated the DM for the last 10, 15 minutes of the game. Just seeing the game out was great. Endo was brilliant. I'm not so sure why he took him off, to be honest. Like he's going to the Asia Cup, so I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe that was the plan. He was absolutely brilliant. We've got Carvalho back as well now. He's come back off loan, so who knows what's going on there?
I think he's going straight to Southampton. That's the rumours.
Oh, is he being sold or is he going on loan?
Yeah, I think he's going on loan to Southampton. That's the rumours going around at the moment. He's going on loan to Southampton.
Okay.
Owen Beck is coming back as well because we need a left back cover, don't we?
Oh, we might not get one then.
Back. He's been brought back from is it Dundee? I think they said today that they love him over there. They thought he's been excellent.
They wanted to keep him.
Yeah, they officially said today that he's gone back to Liverpool because Liverpool need left back cover, which tells you, like, people keep saying we need to buy a left back because of the injury. And time again, I keep telling people, listen to what Klopp says. Klopp will not buy a player because you have an injured player. You know, we won't buy a player because of injuries. You know, we will, because Klopp would be like, if I buy another left back, what do I do with Robertson and Newcastle? That's how Klopp sees it. So, yeah, we have no intention of selling Carvalho. It's just loan deals, I do believe. So, yeah, Liverpool see a future with Carvalho. Personally don't, but yeah.
Maybe they see a future fee.
Yeah, so they're looking to loan him again. But look, could he stay this January with Salah away and just have an extra body in that forward area? Maybe, but it depends how Liverpool see it. You know, Liverpool. Could you imagine everyone online if Liverpool decided to keep Carvalho and not buy a forward in while Salah's away? It just everyone go mental. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, well, Tyler Endo is fantastic. Unfortunately, we're going to miss him for that month. He's been great for us. Tremendous player. Tremendous. Really. And the thing is, like Klopp said, he's getting into his groove now. And we're going to be losing him. I saw him walking into training the other day. They did when Liverpool put their things up. And he's walking in now like this, you know. I'm here now.
Got the swagger.
Yeah, he's got that swagger. He's like, I'm here now. I'm part of the team. I'm integral now. You know, I think what's helped Wataru Endo is that he speaks really good English.
Yeah.
I think that's helped him. And he's played European football in Germany. So I think that's helped him settle down. And look how much Klopp's used him already this season. He's integral to what we're doing. We spoke about Curtis Jones already. Excellent performance. Him and Salah, if you want to pick a man of the match in between them two, absolutely brilliant.
He's going to score us important goals this season.
Yeah,
Curtis Jones. I don't care what anyone says. He's going to pop up with some winners, and you're going to be like,
let's talk about the Hungarian Jordan Henderson.
Oh my god! like a bowl of cold goulash.
Right, guys. By the way, I'm only joking when I say that. Don't come at me. It's just a joke. I'm only playing. But look, Dominic Szoboszlai.
That's swapping for Endo in that game.
I don't know what's happening with Dominic Szoboszlai right now, because it can't be that he's tired, because he's ball running. When he's got the ball, he's running, he's powerful, and he don't look tired when he's running. But it's the amount of passes he gives away. And he's not trying to do what Trent's doing, like Hollywood passes, forward
2-yarders.
passes. He's not
Literally
trying to do what
2-yarders.
Trent's doing. He's just trying to do simple passes. Nick, he's giving them
Straight to the
away.
opposition, like literally like 5-yard pass, like
I don't know
oppositions
what's
took
going on
it
with
and they're
him
on the
right now.
attack. You're like, what are you doing?
And even the crowd, this is the first time as well I've heard the
They
Anfield
got on him.
crowd groan as well
Yeah, they got on him.
when he's passing the day. And I don't know what it was. I don't think he's tired. I literally don't think he's tired. I think because he's ball running and he's running off the ball is first class. I've got no problem with his running. He looks a menace. He's off the ball running. He's fantastic. He probably goes a little bit under the radar what he does off the ball. But he continuously does that for 90 minutes. It can't be. It's what he's doing with the ball right now. It's what he's doing with the ball right now. And I'm not too. I let everyone in the chat. What do you make of Dominic Szoboszlai right now? What do you think the issue with Dominic Szoboszlai right now is? Is he mentally fatigued? Like Boom Boom says there, is he just mentally fatigued? Because mental fatigue is completely different to actually being fatigued.
I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him at the Arsenal game, and I don't want to see him at the Fulham game. Give him a couple of days. Like, give him a couple of games. Give him a couple of games off.
If he has got an hamstring injury, he might not play anyway.
Yeah, so that could be a positive.
Did anyone see how he did his hamstring? Because he got subbed off. And did anyone see? Anyone in the chat? Did anyone?
I did see him holding it. I seen him holding it.
Yeah. Was he holding it before? Was he holding it just before he got subbed?
It was quite a quick sub, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if he was holding it just before he got subbed.
I mean, can we also talk about the player that replaced him? Because I felt like he had his boots on his wrong feet.
I can't remember who replaced him.
Gravenberch.
Gravenberch.
It was absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like, he was so bad when he came on. Like, he gave the ball away constantly.
I don't think
put us under pressure twice. They nearly scored with Gordon because of him arsing around, and then he didn't do any running. Like,
I don't think Gravenberch.
He runs with the ball, passes it, and then stands still. And you're like, make the run into the box. Like, you've just passed it for you to then get the ball again, and he stands there, and you're like,
I don't think Gravenberch is. Look, some players can't be subs. Some players are just not that good coming off the bench, no matter how good a player they are. And what I've seen of Gravenberch when he comes on as a sub, he don't look as good if he plays. I mean, with Szoboszlai,
someone just wrote what I said, mate. Do you remember I said this a while ago?
What's that?
Someone just wrote, I think Gravenberch will be our Pogba. I said this when we signed him. Like, he is our Pogba, but we didn't pay as much.
Well, hopefully he can. Hopefully, I mean, look, Pogba had all the quality in the world, but never showed it. Look, I think Gravenberch will come all right. I think if Szoboszlai is injured, I think Gravenberch is your natural player to go into that position for Szoboszlai off the right hand side instead of the left, because he'll play the same sort of role that Szoboszlai plays right now for Liverpool.
You can't play on the right, mate. You can't track. You can't do any of the running for Trent.
I don't know. I think he's going to have to. There's no one else.
I think that's why Elliot, not Elliot. I think that's why Jones switched over second half.
Yeah, Jones is naturally left-sided. I don't have Jones on the left, but
all day long.
I think Gravenberch is going to have to play, because I don't think you can't play Harvey Elliott in midfield for me from the start. So I think you're going to have to play Gravenberch, as Szoboszlai is injured at the moment. If Endo was around, you just put McAllister right and Endo in the DM role and Curtis Jones on the left. That's what that would be the perfect scenario if Wataru Endo was around. But hopefully the injury is not that bad for Szoboszlai, because I do think Szoboszlai is a player. I do think they're saying there is obviously Szoboszlai ain't shit. We all watched him for the Red Bull clubs that he played for. We all watched him for Hungary.
He's had brilliant games for us.
Yeah, this is
brilliant games for us.
Yeah, this is just good footballer, and we don't know why at the moment he's going through a bad patch. We can't put our finger on it, but he will come good. There's no doubt about that. But right now he's going through a bad patch, and we just don't know why. But maybe it's something to do with the system. Maybe it's the pattern of attacks. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the system at the moment. They've got to get used to it all.
I think it's the system.
They've got to get used to it. Well, that's why I said this team are 12 months ahead of schedule. Because next year I think they'll all be fantastic players. Tyrone Endo was excellent. Szoboszlai just off today. Hopefully not injured. Curtis Jones was fantastic. Joe Gomez at left back. Is there anything this kid can't do? Joe Gomez, man.
Absolutely sensational.
Joe Gomez.
Like it's really hard. It's really hard not to say he was a man of the match.
He's undroppable.
He was just Anthony Gordon had nothing in that game. Gordon's torn a lot of teams to pieces because he's a good player.
Yeah.
Had nothing in that game. Miley had nothing in that game. Like they're two of their most informed players on that side, and Gomez just put him in his pocket. It's absolutely sensational. Like,
yeah,
I said this to you as well, didn't I? I said I think there's a very good chance of us winning the league because we've stumbled across this. Because we've stumbled across a couple of injuries and we've had to put Gomez on the left. And people are going to go, hang on a minute, Gomez is better on the left. He's better on the left because he's natural. It's his natural shooting foot as well. He can dribble.
He looks very comfortable in the fullback roles.
He really does.
He's very, very comfortable in the fullback roles, and he's our most versatile defender. You can't. That Tottenham 60 million bid, like who says it in the chat there, they can go Alexander. That 60 million Spurs bid is laughable. It is because he's so versatile at the back. Like Nathan Ake for Man City, he can play fullback and centre back. And Pep relies on him. He plays if he's fit because he's so versatile. He can shift around his back line and knows he can put, and it's the same with Klopp. He can change around his back line knowing, right, Gomez can go right back, it's fine. He can go left back, it's fine. He can play centre back, it's fine. Comfortable with him anywhere in that back four. He's just our most versatile defender. Apart from Van Dijk, in my opinion, he's been Liverpool's best defender this season. I don't think he's done anything wrong. He's been absolutely excellent.
They won't get a ban. They won't get a ban for the 5th yellow card. That's void now.
Because we're in the new year, isn't it?
Yeah, just
after 19 games. It was our 20th game today, weren't it?
Trent's yellow card was petulance as well. It was quite annoying that because he got booked, he couldn't take their player out, and they scored.
Yeah, Trent.
Otherwise, he would have took a yellow and took Isaac out. Like,
but Gomez, excellent again. He's comfortable in either fullback role at the moment. I ain't got a problem with Joe Gomez at all.
Crazy thing about it as well, all the goals we've conceded, and it's not been many recently, are all down the right hand side. They're not down the left. None of them have been on Joey's side.
Well, I think
either way,
all our fullback cover on the left are better defensively, ain't they? I mean that's just and Joe Gomez. Curtis Jones is very good defensively on the left hand side of midfield as well. It's another reason why he's plays a lot because
and that's probably the reason why why Diaz had such a good game as well.
Yeah,
because he had Joey and Curtis on that side, mate.
What I loved about Curtis as well is that when Diaz gets the ball in a deeper position, cuts inside, Curtis holds the width.
He does.
He takes someone along with him. He just does it naturally. And if Diaz is keeping the width, Curtis he runs inside and tries to get into the box. It's clever play. Good idea. Curtis is a good player, man. He was fantastic. Curtis is probably going to end up being my man of the match, I would have thought. I think Salah will get all the headlines because he scored the goals, set up the goals. But I wonder how it would have looked if Curtis weren't playing today.
I wonder how it would have looked if Curtis hadn't got that one that put us 2-1 up. Because as a fellow, we were never going to score.
I'm with you, man.
And we were all getting more annoyed.
Oh man, the whole team was. The players were as well. You could see the players were getting annoyed as well. That's why they're starting to pick up yellow cards.
And Trent started wandering around then because he was trying to influence the game more because Dom wasn't having any impact on it. And I was starting to sit there go, oh God, Trent's going to be out of position here, or he's going to try and do something in the centre of the park and he's going to get caught. And he did.
Yeah.
I thought
But look,
Virgil was just. He's just. Yeah. I mean, he kind of played their guy on side, but I didn't think Canate had a fantastic game. If I'm honest, I didn't think he had a great game. Like
they
he was a bit shaky.
They didn't really talk. You know, Canate and Virgil just.
No,
I don't know what it was. They just didn't talk.
I think they only had like 3 chances, didn't they? And they scored 2 goals, and one of them was offside. Like they really didn't have a lot in that game, but pretty much scored everything they had.
No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Sorry, just trying to. All right, let's see if I can do this. Right, big up Charlie with the super chat. He says Sabozo is having to play more defensive, so Trent get forward more, give him time. We've already seen how good he is. How are you two going, lads? Oh, we're doing well, man. Big up Charlie. Thanks for the super chat. No, we agree with you. Like we're saying, Sabozo's quality. He's just got to get. You know, he's going to have a lot of in and out performances at the moment because of the role he's been asked to play. This is very new to him. You know, you go and look at his Red Bull career, RB careers at the 2 Red Bull teams. You look at his Hungary team and the way he plays there. They're different setups, and this is all new to him. It's all new to him, and he'll improve and he'll get better and better. But at the moment, you know, he's ghosted a few games, but I'm fine with Szoboszlai. I'm not. Yeah, we're fine with it.
Yeah, so am I. I just thought he was stinky today.
Yeah, he was just stinky today.
Big offense.
But guys, I've got to go because I've got to do another video. But guys, that's our match reaction. Big up for everyone. Liverpool beating Newcastle 4-2. 3 points clear at the top of the league. 5 points clear of Arsenal. 6 points clear of Man City, I believe. It's going well. We're in the new year. This team have got a lot to play for. Guys, what's going to happen now? Your guys are going to be redirected over to Enzi's channel. So Enz is on a channel, right? He's got his show right now and he's got a call-in show. So everyone right now, when this video ends, stay where you are and you'll be redirected straight over to Enzi's show. Go over there for Enzi's match reaction. He's in the middle of it right now. And also he's got a call-in show. So go and call in. Big up, guys.